What's up, friends of the Good Moon? This is Manni, and ooh mama, look at this thing right here, guys. 3 times medium Zeus called Ion on the Fujin with an energy shield. This is going to be some hell of a sniper, and I'm gonna show you a different video where we use the guy you can see in the front of us here, the Lancelot with Zeus and Ion. This is going to be a different video. I also want to show you here the Fujin with 3 of them, because let's face it, guys, this is something you may see some here and there in the game, in the live server in the future, if the Ion makes it to the server. And I think it's an interesting setup, because first off you have 600 meters range. You bypass other energy shields while having your own energy shield when somebody attacks you with, for example, Aphid, Thermite, or Vortex, or let's say maybe with Tulumbas, Tridents, or Orkans, right? Pinatas, somebody with a Thunder and Gust, like all those projectile weapons too, Punishers. They all just don't get through your energy shield very quickly, especially since you have a lot of energy in the Fujin. It is, in the game, the strongest Ansel shield that is available. So it's certainly an interesting combination of weapons and perks on this one here. And with the Zeus version here in medium category, definitely something to be used effectively if used at the right time. Of course, enemies with Scourge, Shock Train, Trebuchet, or other Ions, they will just get through your energy shield no matter what. So you have to still stay protected from those and play careful. This guy right there, he has, I think he has a Scourge and Shock Train. And because of the fact that he has got Shock Train on the other side, he can't shoot me because Shock Train has only 500 meters range. And we have 600 meters with this. So he switched to his Shock Train, wanted to shoot me, and then he realized that he was out of range. That's funny. But yeah, so outranging is the name of the game, of course, here when you use a fragile bot with only very low health, like the armor on the Fujin is really low. So you kind of have to make sure that the damage you get is either blocked by your energy shield or, well, you don't get the damage. That's kind of what you have to make sure it's not gonna happen, right? Because you get destroyed so quickly. But with the energy shield, you can prevent many damage encounters or, damage types against you. Whoa, look at the amount of long-range combat going on right next to me. We have the guy with the Lancelot in front of us here to the left that I want to show you soon, the gameplay too, as an armored sniper. Then we have, the Carnage with the Redeemer. It's only 350 meters range, but we had the 500 meter Dock Shock Train right here, our Dock Train that I've already shown you a video for in maxed version with Mark II level 12. Kind of interesting. If you haven't seen it yet, guys, go ahead, check it out. It's called Dock Train on YouTube. And yeah, a lot of long range, and of course not to forget our own Zeus medium version right here. This guy over there is the Fujin. I think he may have 500 meters range and Shock Train on it. I'm not sure what he's running, but one thing is for sure, his energy shield will not hold or help him against the damage that we're doing here. And, it's very popular weapons on the test server right now, because that was recorded on the test server, is also here Thermite or Vortex or Aphid, right? Because they are very good. They can fire over cover. And the good thing is you can block all that damage with your energy shield, if you time it well. By the way, in case you don't know that, you have no Fujin yourself. If you activate the ability to the right, the stationary mode where you put up your shield, the shield is active immediately. So you can see the rocket flying towards you, then you activate the ability, and you will still be able to protect yourself before the damage comes in. Now, the downside is that you cannot drop the shield and keep walking immediately. You have like a 2-second countdown where your bot will go into a walking position after you were in sentry mode, right? That's what the ability is called, sentry mode. And so you can't just drop it and bring it up immediately. And the Fujin is kind of an outdated bot. It's really old already, and people are not using it that much anymore because the new bots with moving physical, like energy shields. Like, for example, the Heishi here has a full energy shield always active, and he doesn't have to deploy in sentry mode and become stationary to use it, right? And that's why I say that the worst thing is that the Fujin does not even regenerate its shield energy while on the move. And that is a really, really, really bad and totally outdated ability. I think, by the way, this guy, look at him. He's exploding in a second too. One, boom. He had the suicide mode active there on his kamikaze bot, on the Hellburner, and he was just staying stationary there behind the wall, and I was just like, cool, let's just go ahead, explode. I'm okay with this. And before he gets me with his stealth ability there, I'm just gonna ditch my Fujin and jump into the same bot as well and just destroy him there. Yeah, what I was gonna say is that I think the ability to not even be able to regenerate the shield and energy on the Fujin while on the move, I think that is really outdated. I think the Fujin, I would really love that change to come, just to give this button more of a chance and more of a place in the game again, is if it could drop the shield and then walk, maybe even walk a little bit slower without, a little bit faster, I mean, with the shield offline. And then still be able to at least regenerate the shield, because then you could kind of still be on the move, useful to your team instead of staying useless around the corner and regenerating your health, right? You could capture beacons, you could shield enemies, you could get yourself in good positions and still be able to regenerate the energy. I think I would really love that change, but you know, it's not up to me, unfortunately. Otherwise, a lot of the older bots would have a different face by now. They would have updated abilities and they would surely be more competitive with the new content. Maybe I would still leave the brand new content slightly stronger, because, you know, why else would you want to get it if it's just the same? But, you know, I would still make it so that older content can at least compete in some way, right? And fight back. At least we can fight back based on the range we have on this old Fujin here. We may not have an overpowered bot at our hands, but we definitely have something going, a relatively good amount of damage output at long range that lets us not get in harm's way against every one of those enemies on the other side. And I guess that has its own value, right? Range usually deals less damage, but doesn't have to show itself so much. Wow, look, he's just collecting so much damage right there. But he might be able to still take out that... no, he didn't. Okay, I thought he was gonna get our Griffin with the explosion. And look, he's dealing a lot of damage to us. Oh god, come on! Yes, he got destroyed, we're still alive. No, he's got a Redeemer. Alright, well, that's it. Let's jump into the Shock Train Fujin, something I haven't really run yet. It's the Shock Train on the test server that had a rebalance where it was made less efficient, having lower damage per minute kind of DPM on it, because it has more reload to deal the same amount of damage as before. I would still think that the weapon is way too effective, considering that you deliver all the damage in like one swift hit. The Ion that I showed you in this video here, or the Zeus too, they have like a 1.5 seconds in which they deliver their damage, and you can still get in cover, or you can make the weapon fire into like only a tiny part, and then the rest goes in cover. You can bait the weapon out. You can't do that with Shock Train because it delivers all damage at once, right? But I want to show you something that we were not sure if the explosion from the kamikaze bot, aka Hellburner, the suicide bomber, if he can go through your energy shield on the Fujin, and I have been able to test that right here. Look, he's coming. He's going to explode in a second. I bring up my energy shield right now, 104,000 energy, and he's going to explode outside of my energy shield. Look. Boom. Explode outside, and yet I got the full damage, and in addition to the full damage, I also dropped my energy shield, right? So basically, everything took full damage. The shield took full damage, and the full damage still got through the energy shield. So apparently you cannot block the damage by this Hellburner ability with the energy shields. I want to show you some more extra, like, let's call it like, bonus gameplay that I want to show you with some amazing cool music, just going through the enemies here, and basically it was a very tough match. I was unable to get through them, like easily brainlessly rush them, but I was able to, with good play, make a difference, and that's why I wanted to show you guys. Here, this guy unfortunately got out of cover, the other guy, Bolgazari, I didn't get, and this Kamiho also gets out of cover, so into cover. So every single one of those enemies I attacked was able to retreat before I was able to deal any damage. But I'm taking revenge right here with the Carnage and the Dragoon on it. Boom, one Bolgazari bites the dust. This guy's shooting into my flank, but hey, no problem. We get the next Bolgazari. Boom, there he goes. The next guy, boosh, there goes the Kamiho too. Now we have killed all of those guys guys that I was unable to get before, but of course we're being attacked immediately by an Heishi with 3x Taran, level 12 Mark II. That's what all these guys are using here. All their Bolgazaris, all their Haishis, they're all level 12 Mark II with all the weapons at the same level. That is just insane, or I think most of them are. So, yeah, we're gonna have to make sure somehow not to get close to them when they use Tarans. I should have walked away from him there. Interesting, every single target has an energy shield, so let's choose this Natasha over there and hit it with our Hydra Spectre right there. I'm on purpose running a bot that is not like, I could run it with Tarans or Orkans, but I think this is just too powerful. There's no challenge to using that, and I wanna just run and use it as a fun setup with a bit of Hydra here. And that certainly is fun to use without making the win for you. See that Bolgazari? I'm going to target it directly with all the firepower I can put in there. He's being attacked by somebody else too. And I make sure that when you fire at a Bolgazari with Hydras or Spirals, make sure your rockets come in from the left. Because to the right is his physical shield, right? And if you do that, then he will just be able to block it and still shoot back at you. So if you send them all to the left, then basically they will all come in from the side where there is no physical shield, and you will be able to get him or put some good damage into him right there. And if you do it well, you even stay out of range of his shock trains, because let's face it, Bolgazaris mostly are running shock trains these days because it's the most powerful setup. It's so powerful that it's really, really lame already. But that's what we see a lot in the Champions League, and unfortunately also in Silver Leagues with tankers right there. Oops. Oh, sorry. Look at this Griffin. He can't really target us during the stealth jump, and we were able to deal a lot of damage to him around the corner, and we're still not done doing that. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. Now come 4 at the same time. That's a lot of damage output. You will see that I will, in a few seconds, even be able to fight back against an Haeshi here through the energy shield. I'm getting behind this little column here to stay safe, trying to attack this Haeshi coming right there, but not yet. Yup, I now realize he's coming for me. He was just waiting for my Hydras to fire, and I'm just jumping away, targeting him, and as soon as I can, start firing. Look how much damage we do against his energy shield there. It's not bad, it's not good either, but at the same time it's not bad. Look, we're draining almost the entire shield, so that another guy comes in, can immediately start dealing damage to him right there. And yeah, that is really, really cool, but at the same time, shielded bots are really your nightmare when you're running anything with Hydras or Spirals, right? We're not done yet. The enemy still has a couple of things right there, but the video is almost over, and I just wanted to give you this as a little action bonus clip. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe as brutal as a man can hit for more. Thanks for bearing with me. You guys are awesome. As always, Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye-bye.